Hello everybody, my name is Katie and in this video I'm going to be doing October's full face of first impressions, and I've been gagging to do this for ages now because I've just had all the makeup that I ordered sitting around for a few days and I was just waiting for a day off work so I could just really commit and go all out with this new makeup that I've got. All of the makeup that I brought is from NYX. I got it from their website, or it's from Tarte. I got that from their website as well. So all of this makeup is NYX and Tarte, so no other brands unfortunately, but I'm mega excited to try out these products. I said that way too fast and I kind of ran out of breath. I'm feeling the need to start with my eyebrows and like proper carve and sculpt them out because I've been doing that in some of my videos and in life. So let's just do it today as well. So I've got two eyebrow products. The first one is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Mine's in the shade Espresso, which I think is the second darkest shade. And I actually have used this before, ages ago, and I remember really liking it, but I do remember it ran out really fast. So my one issue with it, obviously it's been a long time since I've used it, so I can't really remember the exact way it goes on, but we'll be using it again today. I've also got the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. This one is also in the shade Espresso, and that's what it looks like in there. I'll just get it out of the box. Yes, colour looks like it's going to be pretty decent. Again, I think it's like the second darkest shade, because I like to go for a kind of like dark brown that's kind of similar to my root colour when I do my brows. So obviously I'll be using both of these products together, but I do occasionally, well occasionally, quite a lot actually, I like to use tinted brow mascaras just on their own, just because it's a little bit easier and I feel like it just gives you the effect you want of a bit more of a well-groomed brow. But occasionally I like to kind of, you know, do the whole shebang, which I will be doing right now with my brows, so let's just do it. I'm just going to brush through them quickly with a clear gel. Now, obviously this is one of the ones that comes with a little brush on the end, which I really appreciate because I like to use that to brush through my brows once I've put the product in. And yes, just a little tiny pencil here. So let's just go in and fill in our brows. I'm just gonna brush through them with the other side now. Okay, well this pencil is pretty much as good as I remember it being. I've not really got any complaints about it. It just allows you to like fill in your brows really precisely. It doesn't come out too harsh. I mean, you might argue that these look harsh, but by my standards they're not too harsh. The colour's pretty good. It does have a little bit of a reddish tone to it, which might not flatter everyone, but it looks okay on me. I mean, it is a dark brown colour, it's only like a slight red tone, but I think it looks fine on me. So I'm going to go ahead and set my brows now with the tinted mascara, and then after that I'll get some of the concealer I've got and kind of try and carve them out a little bit. That's what a little brush looks like. Pretty good shape. We will just run this through our brows. Okay, I think I really like this. It's not really clumpy, because that's my main issue with tinted brow gels, is some of them come out really clumpy, and this one just seems fairly natural, and it just does what you want it to. It just brushes through your brows and sets them in place. Obviously I'll have to see what it's like on its own at some point, but so far so good with the brows. I'm just getting a wipe and just cleaning up the edges a little bit, although I didn't really mess them up too badly, so I don't need to do this too much. Okay, so I don't think those brows look too bad. We're now going to get the new concealer I have. So I actually have two concealers. I decided to get the iconic Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I got mine in the shade Fair, the lightest shade. I'm not going to use this at all in this video, just because I did get a Tarte foundation as well. And I'm going to do a separate video where I kind of where I test like Tarte based products, so I'm gonna leave those aside just out of curiosity. The foundation I got was the Rainforest of the Sea water foundation in porcelain, so I'm gonna try these two in another video, but I'm mega excited to try these because I know how raved about they are. But the other concealer that I've got to use is from NYX, obviously, and this one's the Gotcha Covered concealer, and mine's in the shade Alabaster. And I got this because I don't know how long they've been out, but I know that the shade Alabaster came out, I'm not sure, because there was one concealer where it came out like a year ago, but I just didn't realise. And then there was one that's come out really recently. I can't remember which concealers was which, but the shade Alabaster might not be this concealer, I don't remember. It's like a new kind of lighter shade, because the porcelain shade and the NYX concealers I tried and was just too dark for me. Now the colour still isn't like perfectly light, but it's a lot better from what I remember of the porcelain one. I never actually tried the porcelain one of this concealer. It was the other concealer, I think it's called the Photogenic Wand. I'm not sure, but yeah, that one I tried in porcelain and I didn't like it, the colour too much. There you go, that's it, blended out. It doesn't look too bad. It's got quite a nice yellow tone, which I personally like because I do have more neutral to yellow tones in my skin. I don't know if I'd need to use a white mixer with this maybe, but obviously when I'm carving out my brows it doesn't really matter, but we'll worry about that later when I get onto my base. I'm just going to get quite a bit of this in the back of my hand, and then I'm going to use a concealer brush. I'm going to use this little Real Techniques detailer brush, and I'm going to just, get the product onto that, and then we will sculpt out our brows and hope that I don't fuck this up. It's gliding on really nicely. It's got like a really creamy texture. I'm also going to add a bit of the concealer onto my eyelid as well, just as a base for the eyeshadow we're going to do shortly. This concealer has a very thick consistency, which I think is a good thing because it normally, not always, but normally means that the coverage is pretty good. And just from what it's done to my eyelids, just from blending it out there, it looks pretty good coverage. I'm just blending this all out with a sponge now. That's what the brows look like carved out. I mean, I'm definitely no expert in doing this, but it looked okay, I guess. I think that concealer's given good coverage on my eyelids, just like kind of concealing the kind of really prominent veins I've got going on. The pressed powder that I have is the NYX #NoFilter finishing powder. It's in the shade Alabaster, and I'm hoping that this is a light enough colour. It looks pretty light and it comes off in your finger pretty light, so obviously it's not translucent, which I tend to use translucent powders a lot, so I'm just going to hope for the best here. I'm going to use this Gosh Mineral powder brush and swirl some of this powder, and I'm just going to set my eyelids down with this powder. It's definitely light enough. There's no like weird orange tint or anything, thank God. Done the job nicely. Didn't get any eyeshadow palettes. This is one of the NYX, I think they're called Prismatic eyeshadows, and this one's in the shade Mermaid, and it's a beautiful like minty bluey green colour, and it just looks gorgeous. Mine is a bit damaged, like I don't know if you can see this bit at the bottom here. I don't know, it's got like a weird dent in it and it falls out, so I don't know if I just got a dodgy one or it just got damaged shipping or whatever, but the point of the matter is it's a gorgeous eyeshadow. I also got 3 of the NYX glitter pigments. I decided to go for some very festive colours because Christmas is coming up. This one is 23 and it's a gold colour. This one is 14 and it's a nice green colour. And this one is 15 and it's a nice silver colour. So I've never used glitter pigments on my eyes before, so let's hope I don't mess this up because I've got no experience whatsoever. obviously to go with that I did get the NYX glitter primer because I'm gonna need something to stick this glitter onto my eyes. And that's all the eyeshadow I got, but I think I will use the bronzer that I got as like a transition shade. The bronzer that I do have is the Tarte, what's this called? Tarte Bronze and Glow set. It's got a highlighter and a bronzer in it. I literally just got this because it was like £8 or something like that, and I thought that was very cheap for Tarte makeup. So I decided to get it. You get these little things in there. I really like the packaging. It's like, I don't know, it's like fabric. That's so cool. That is the bronzer shade. I'm worried that this might come up a little bit too like warm and deep on my skin tone, but as an eyeshadow I'm sure it's going to work fine. Highlighter is a beautiful gold colour. It looks absolutely stunning, but obviously we'll get around to using that later. It's very pigmented, which is great. So I'm just going to use a like blendy brush. That's not what they're called. Crease brush? I don't know. I'm gonna, oh my god. Right, it is a bit powdery, like a lot of powder flies off it, but that doesn't bother me too much. I'm just gonna pop this into my crease. Oh my god, is that pigmented. Okay, well that works freaking amazingly as an eyeshadow. Look at that pigmentation, that's amazing. I'm now going to get the Prismatic Mermaid eyeshadow and I'm going to just smother this all over my lid, and then I'm going to kind of make a halo eye with the glitter. I think I'm going to use the gold one, but I'm just going to get my finger. Oh my god, it's breaking. Oh my god guys, it's breaking. I definitely got a dodgy one here. It's actually breaking, but oh my god, it's showing up amazingly on my finger. I'm just going to pat this into my eyelid and not cry because my product's breaking. I mean, that looks absolutely beautiful, but got some shoddy packaging here because it's literally like cracking apart. Don't know if you can see that. I don't know what happened there. Don't know if that's what it's like with all these shadows, or I've just got a dodgy one. I think I just got a dodgy one. I just cleaned up the edge a bit with a wipe there. Okay, shall we try some glitter now? The one that I really want to try is the gold one because I think that will look good with this eye look. Okay, so I'm going to try and get some of this into the lid. Doesn't come out very well. Okay, we managed to get some into the lid. I'm guessing that you literally just put this on. This is the glitter primer, by the way. You just put it on and then I'll use like a flat brush to pat the glitter on. There's no real instructions on how to use this, so... Oh my god. Oops. I'm just gonna pat this into the center here. I don't know if you have to wait for this to do something or if I can just go straight on. Okay, we'll go straight on. Okay. Did that come out good? I don't know. Right, let's try it on the other side. I mean, it freaking worked, didn't it? I don't know if it looks good, but it worked. I don't think I placed it very evenly on either side. Got loads of excess freaking glitter. Oops. I was complaining that I couldn't get enough out, and now I've got excess. Obviously the glitter primer works because it's stuck to it. I actually have a liquid liner to use, but I want to wait a little while for this to kind of dry, I guess. I mean, I don't think it's really wet or tacky, but I don't know, I'm just paranoid. I think in the meantime I will use the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Close Up Lash Liner. This is a pencil liner, and I would never normally spend like £18 on a black eyeliner, but I went ahead and I did, didn't I? And it is one of the like twisty up ones, and yeah, let's hope that this is really good. I'm going to line my top and bottom waterlines with this. Okay, well that's pretty good. Worth £18? Not sure, but pretty good, yes. I think I'm going to just blend this shadow, like the glitter bit. I'm just going to get a little brush and pack a little bit more of that Mermaid Prismatic eyeshadow on. Just build it up a little bit, kind of blend it in with the glitter. So I'm now going to use the, what's this? This is the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. the black one, obviously. And this had some pretty good reviews, so I thought I would try it. Ooh, it looks like a very small, precise little wand there. Yeah, let's just go to town. Okay, I've made that way thicker than I want it to be, but actually it's pretty easy to do a wing with that, and this is coming from someone that is terrible at winged liner. That's pretty good. Don't know how well I did that liner, but I think it's a pretty good liner. It's really dramatic. And the wing is fairly easy to do, even though my wings aren't perfect. So, I like it. Right, shall we now add some mascara to our top lashes? I think so. This is the NYX Stacked Lush Lashes Mascara. They have loads of different ones that are in the same kind of packaging. But I don't know what it was about this one. I think it probably had the best reviews. I decided to go for the luscious one. And that's what the wand looks like. I can't really be bothered to curl my lashes, so we're just gonna go straight in. I hope that this liquid eyeliner isn't clinging to my eyelashes, because I find that some liquid liners, they get all embedded into your eyelashes, and then when you go to do your mascara, it makes it a bit difficult, so let's hope that liquid liner's not done that. I don't think it has. Okay, well I tried to bed that up quite a bit. It's not blowing me away, to be honest, this mascara. I find that when you have a really heavy liner, you can't really see properly how well it's doing things to your lashes, so I don't know. I'll just do the other side and I can build it up a bit later. Came out a little bit better on that side, but I'm not really that blown away by this mascara. I don't always fall in love with mascaras the first time I use them, so it may grow on me the more I use it, but first impression is it's given quite a bit of length, but there just doesn't seem to be much thickness or volume going on, which is personally what I like in mascaras. So I don't know, I'm not sure at the moment. And again, because I've got heavy eyeliner on, you can't really see the full effect of it, but I don't know, I'll have to try it, keep trying it out. So we may as well move on to some base products. Now the first thing I want to try out is a primer, and this is the NYX Honey Dew Me Up primer, and this just looks so appealing to me, and I had to get it. If you can see, it's kind of like a honey coloured glossy liquid which has got glitter particles in it. I think it looks super cool. NYX has loads of primers, so I just spent a good while deciding which one I wanted to get, and in the end this one was winning for me. It is very expensive for a primer, it's £14, so let's hope that this is worth £14 because I think that's quite a lot of money. I don't know the best way to apply this, but I guess I'm just going to use a little spatula, which I think the spatula is really cool, and oh my god, it drips, it is literally like honey. And I'm just going to coat this all on my face then and blend it in with my fingers. Oh, it feels so refreshing. It smells like honey as well. Oh, that feels really nice. It's getting a bit weird around where I put that concealer on my eyebrows. Probably put way too much concealer on. Okay, wow. It smells gorgeous, it feels gorgeous. It's got quite a tacky feel, which I think is good because normally that means that your makeup's gonna stick. I'll give it a little while just to kind of sit on my skin before I go in with foundation. As I said, I did get that Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation, but I'm going to use that in a different video. The foundation that I will use in this video is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation, and I got mine in the second lightest shade, which I think is, I don't know. Yeah, I got mine in the second lightest shade, which is Alabaster, just because I've heard that the lightest shade, which is called Pale, is really pale. So I was a little bit worried that it would be a bit too pale, but the fact that they've got a foundation that's too pale is really good considering how shitty drugstore foundations can be sometimes when it comes to pale skin. But yeah, it looks like a good colour. Obviously, like, this was talked about like a few months ago. It was like everyone was making videos on this. It was a pretty popular foundation, and I think I saw it kind of get mixed reviews. Like, some people really liked it, other people were kind of like meh. So let's hope I like it. That's what the shade looks like. Looks pretty light, maybe a tiny whiny bit dark, but mostly I think it's a pretty good colour. Okay, I can't be asked to wait for that primer any longer, so I'm just gonna I could drop it straight into my face. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, let's drop it onto my face like that. Yeah, maybe I should have got the pale shade actually. I don't know. Right, we'll see what this is like. It might kind of like adapt to our skin tone a bit. I'm using a wet sponge. Sometimes I find that when you use a wet sponge, it doesn't give it as much coverage as if you're using a dry one. So just bear that in mind, but so far this looks pretty nice. I'm just gonna put as much of this on as I feel like all over my face. Oh, it's got into my eyebrow. I think the colour match actually looks pretty good. Yeah, once it's like kind of blended into your face. I think it looks nice, but again, I've heard this is a very buildable foundation, so I think I will run with another layer just to see if I can get any extra coverage, but actually I think it looks really nice. Let's keep going. Okay, so I would definitely say this foundation does build up. I would say it looks like a nice medium coverage, which that's personally the coverage that I quite like. To be honest, I like all coverages. I like light coverage, I like medium coverage, I like full coverage. I'm pretty versatile when it comes to foundations. I like most kind of finishes. But I think this looks really nice actually. I really like this. I did ruin my eyebrow by getting foundation in it though, so be careful of that. I'm not sure if like the dropper thing is the best applicator. Obviously I did get the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, but we're saving that for another video. Oh my god, how much restraint do I have? I've had that there for a few days and I've not used it. But again, I'm going to go in with the NYX Gotcha Covered concealer in Alabaster, which again I feel could be a little bit lighter, but the yellow tone's nice, and obviously from trying this on our eyes we know it's got a very thick consistency, so we're just gonna maybe I would use this with a white concealer, but we're just gonna use it on its own for the sake of this video. I'm just placing this under my eyes and on my nose just to start with, and I'm gonna get my sponge and blend that. I like this. I actually like the coverage of this. I think it's got a really strong coverage. It blends really nicely. Okay, I'm just going to add this to other areas where I would like some additional coverage. Okay, I think I like the level of coverage of that concealer. I think that's a pretty good concealer actually. I would definitely keep using this. The colour's not too bad, like I feel like it does kind of blend to adapt to your skin. Yeah, ideally I would like it one shade lighter, but you know, what you gonna do about it, eh? I think my base looks pretty good actually. I'm pretty happy with this. So again, I'm going to use the hashtag #NoFilter powder by NYX to set all of that down, and it worked pretty well on our eyelids, so let's hope it does the same thing on the rest of our face. So again, I'm going to use this Gosh brush to set under my eyes and probably my nose, and then I'll use a bigger brush to just do it all over the rest of my face. It does look a little bit heavy. You won't see this on camera, but it looks a little bit heavy under the eyes. Maybe I just put way too much on, but I need to switch my memory cards. I'm just getting this big fluffy brush to do the rest of my face. Okay, I think this powder does have a really like flawless finish, which I like. I will say it does look a bit heavy in certain areas though, like under my eyes, and I don't know, I like it but I don't love it just because it does look a little bit heavy. But I don't know, maybe that's just because I've got quite a lot of product on. I don't know. I think it has a nice finish though, and the colour's not too dark. I was worried that this would be like a bit orange toned or something, but I don't think it is. I think it's nice. So I'm going to use the Tarte bronzer that I used on my eyelids. Obviously I want to be careful with this because it is a bit deep. I'm just going to use this little Vita Liberata blush. This is probably a bit too big, but these just smell amazing. They smell like chocolate, the bronzer. I'm just going to go for it then. If it comes out too harsh, it comes out too harsh. Not the best shade for me to be honest, but we will blend it out. Okay, actually it looks quite nice once you blend it out. Yeah, it blends out really nicely actually, so that kind of helps with the colour issue. That looks quite nice if you blend it out. Not too bad at all. I've got two highlighters to use. Obviously I've got the Tarte one that I mentioned earlier, which looks beautiful. And then I also got the NYX Illuminator, and it's in the shade Ritualistic. And this is what the NYX one looks like. Looks absolutely gorgeous, nice icy white toned highlighter. And the Tarte one is a lot more gold toned, so I'll just swatches. There is the Tarte one. That's what it looks like on my arm. I don't know, it might be a little bit dark for me as a highlighter, but I want to try it anyway. That is the NYX one. Swatch as well down my arm. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that? I have no idea. But anyway, I'll use one on one side of my face, on my cheekbone, and one on the other, and then we'll see what I want to do afterwards. I'll start with the Tarte one on this side of my face. Pretty. I like it, I like it. It's lovely. That's gorgeous. Okay, and I don't know if this maybe is a bit dark as a highlight, but I feel like when that happens I tend to just kind of blend it into my bronzer, so it's kind of like a bronzy highlight, but this looks nice. Right, gonna try and get all that product off my brush so I can use the NYX one. Alright, so let's go in with the NYX one now. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. This one's definitely more suited for my skin tone, I think. This is pretty as well. Oh. These are both nice. These have both got pigment. I think that these are both like equally good in terms of quality. I would just say that the NYX one is slightly better for my skin tone because it is more icy, whereas the Tarte one's got more of like goldeny bronzy tone to it, so obviously it will look a bit better in medium, maybe deeper skin tones, I don't know, obviously, but they are both stunning. I think I would try and kind of mesh this into my bronzer if I were to keep using it. If I were, I'm obviously going to keep using it, but yes, gorgeous. I think I will keep in with the NYX one just to do my nose and my temples, my cupid's bow, my chin, and I think I might add a bit more of the Tarte on the side just so that one side of my cheek doesn't look really like darker than the other. Right, now I'm just going to get off my foundation lips. So I'm going to go back in with the Tarte bronzer and just put this under my lash line. And then think I'm going to get the NYX Illuminator again and just put some of this in my inner corner and also under my brow bone. And now I'm going to add more of the NYX Stacked Mascara to my bottom lashes, and I might try and build up my top ones a bit as well while we're here. I actually think that NYX mascara worked a bit better on the lower lashes. I mean, I smudged the hell out of it, but I don't know, I actually feel like it performed a little bit better on my lower lashes. Alright, so we're going to finish off with some lip products, and I've got two to try out. I've got two NYX lip lingeries, which I've been wanting to try for ages. I finally picked them up. The first one I have is in the shade Embellishment, which is like a kind of pinky toned nudie colour, and I think this looks like a gorgeous colour. And I also got the one in the shade Delicate Lust, which is a kind of more browny nudie colour. I think I'll try this one first, and then I'll finish it off with Embellishment, just because I kind of want to finish with this one because I'm a little bit more drawn to it. Alright, so we are starting with Delicate Lust. And I'm just gonna coat my lips with this. This is gorgeous. It has like a nice, really like grey, nudie tone to it. I think this is amazing. I will get a lot of use out of this. I like it. It's not like your normal kind of brown nudes that are really like kind of warm and dark. It's really like cool toned, which I really like. Oh, this is gorgeous. I can feel it kind of starting to dry down, so I'm guessing that these have kind of matte finishes. I'm going to try and quickly get it off so I can try the other one, but this looks absolutely gorgeous. I love this colour. Yeah, so I tried to get that off as best as I could, but it looks a bit of a mess, but whatever. We're now going to go in with Embellishment. Gorgeous. I love it. I just love how these lip colours are really cool toned, and they're just not like anything that I've had before. I love these shades. That's beautiful. Yes. And it definitely, again, it's starting to dry matte, which I mean, that's a good thing in my opinion because it's probably going to have better wear. But yes, okay. I think we're finished. We've tried everything. So let me just clean up my eyes a bit because I've probably got mascara everywhere. And then I'll give you some final thoughts on everything I've used. Okay, well, this is the finished look. I'm very happy with my new makeup products. I think that the NYX lip lingeries are amazing. I love the colours of these. These are gorgeous. I'm really impressed with the two highlighters I used, the NYX Illuminator and the Tarte one. The NYX one is slightly better for my skin tone, but the Tarte one is gorgeous. I can't deny it. I actually think that the Tarte bronzer worked pretty well as a bronzer. You just really need to blend it if you've got like a paler skin tone. Obviously, don't know what it's going to be like on other skin tones, but if you blend it, it actually looks pretty nice. And it's an amazing eyeshadow. Like, it's so pigmented, and it's just a really nice colour for like a transition shade. So I actually really like this. I think I probably prefer it more as an eyeshadow than I do a bronzer, but nonetheless I will get a lot of use out of it. I really liked all of the base products. I really liked the foundation. The primer felt lovely, the Honey Dew Me Up one. The concealer had really good coverage. I wish the shade was a tiny bit lighter, but I think it's got really good coverage. I really like the forming of it. I know I did say the powder's a bit heavy, but I do think it has a really nice flawless finish. So if you don't mind a little bit of heaviness, I do think that this is a good product. Just, oh my god, my base just looks amazing. It just looks so flawless. And obviously it's probably a combination of all the products there, but I think the powder does give it that nice finish. Eyebrow products I really like. I mean, I already kind of knew I liked the pencil because I tried it before, but the tinted brow gel seems to work really well. Again, I'll have to see what it's like on its own because I do like to wear brow gels on their own a lot. The glitter pigment worked really well, along with the primer that goes with it. Like, it just turned out pretty good, and I'm terrible at things like this, so happy with that. Obviously, I've got to try out the other colours, but I can imagine they'll probably perform the same, and I can create some nice festive things with those. The Tarte eyeliner that I use for my waterlines, I think worked really well. Super dramatic black, goes on really nice. Again, £18 I think is a lot of money for what it is, just because I have found loads of really like drugstore ones that work really well. But I mean, I can't deny that it's a good product. I also really liked the liquid liner. I just find that it's one of the easiest liquid liners I've used. Easy to get a wing. Super dramatic black. This is pretty good actually. I really like it. The prismatic eyeshadow, the mermaid one, is super pigmented, super gorgeous, but again, mine just arrived really damaged, and I don't know if that is just because of damage or if that's how they come, that's the quality of them. I hope not. It probably isn't. Mine started to kind of crack when I was putting my fingers in it to use it, and it's just not like in the packet properly, so it'd be very easy to kind of go everywhere. So let's just hope that I got a dodgy one and it's not the actual quality of the product generally. Mascara, I would say, is probably the one thing I was a little bit disappointed with, just because, I don't know, like, it looks okay and I will use it more. I will say I think it worked better on my lower lashes than it did my top ones. I'll keep playing around with this because it may grow on me the more I use it. I don't always fall in love with mascaras the first time I use them, but I would say this is the one thing that was a little bit disappointing, but I'm actually super happy with all of these products that I've tried. I'm really, really impressed. I think this makeup looks pretty good. Don't know if the lips match the eyes, but I'm really happy. I'm super happy with this makeup. That's it for this video. I'm really happy with how this makeup looks turned out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.